mic test. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
If you can hear me, please raise your hand. Who thinks I'm awesome? Thank you. I love every one of you too. All right, everyone, please be seated. Thank you, guys. Alrighty, let's get this started. Hello everyone, my name is Sang-hee Kim, and I would like to welcome all of you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2013. Parents and families, teachers, Board of Education members, and class of 2013, thank you for being here to share this special evening. I would like to use this opportunity to honor my parents, as well as my grandmother, who came from South Korea to watch my graduation. Hang on. I'm not at the best part yet, so please hang on. 저는 지금 이 자리에 서서 감사하다는 말밖에 못하겠어요. 미국에 제가 올 수 있게 한 것 감사합니다. 저 때문에 모든 걸 희생해 주신 어머니, 아버지, 할머니, 할아버지, 그리고 가족 모두 정말 감사합니다. 전 이제 이 고등학교에서 졸업을 하게 되고 대학교로 올라가지만 제가 갖고 있는 이 마음은 변하지 않을 거예요. 여태까지 부끄러워서 제대로 말을 못했지만 여기서 이제 말할게요. 사랑합니다. The end. Alright, thank you everyone for allowing me to have this opportunity. Before we continue on any further, however, I would like to dedicate a moment of our time in tribute to our fellow students and fellow family members who, despite their inspiring presence and shared memories, did not live to celebrate this momentous event together. Please remember those who have passed away in a brief moment of silence. I would like to congratulate all students here for being able to wear the black caps and gowns, for surviving all these years in high school, for being able to celebrate our graduation together. All of us here have experienced so much during our high school education, even if it may seem so brief now that we look back to it. But at this moment, that's all history. This moment marks the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. Here we all stand together equally as fledglings ready to fly away from our nest, our shelters. I want to point out one little thing though. Have you noticed that instead of people like Dr. Darby, or the mayor of the city of the Winder, or our superintendent, Dr. Krill, or the president of the United States standing here to celebrate this graduation, you have me, a scrawny little Asian kid with thick pair of glasses and lots of acne. Man, you guys might not even know who I am. What's with that? But listen, let me tell you a story, and I'll try to keep it brief so you don't fall asleep and fall off your chairs and all that. In October of 2004, there was a wee little 4th grade child who came to America not knowing left from right, holding his grandmother's hand. While walking out of the airport, the boy's mind was quite blank because, frankly, he didn't know what to think at all. I mean, he was a small Asian kid who grew up in a typical Asian nation around typical Asian people. Here, however, the moment the boy walked out of the plane, there were light-skinned people, dark-skinned people, huge people, tiny people, as well as cool-looking people who looked like they came out of Hollywood movies and all that he loved so much back then. So when he first got into new school, and when people started talking to him with what seemed to be educated gibberish, he was basically placed inside his personal hell. He couldn't talk, he couldn't read, he couldn't even pass a simple reading test. Then the time passed on. He grew older. He began to open his mouth a little more frequently. This is the phase we're at now. Most of us don't even quite know what to do at all. We're all grasping in the darkness, wondering, what should I do? What should I do? However, listen to this. Back then, that little child didn't know that he would become a part of the Winder and Barrow County community. Back then, that little child didn't know that he'll be standing on this pedestal talking to everyone here like this. Back then, that little child didn't know that he would become a star student as well as the senior class president. Back then, that little child didn't know that he would be graduating from American high school as an honor grad of the class of 2013. But now, that boy is here. I am here. Such random, mysterious fate intertwined all of our paths here to this place to graduate together as the class of 2013. But don't be bound by such fate that basically forced us to stay as students. Don't let it rule you. Remember that you have reached here after all the hard work that you have put into this journey. Now, after today, you literally have the entire world at your disposal to explore. That's it, explore. Explore until you settle down. Life is constantly moving, so do what you want to do. Do what your heart tells you to do. You can become anything you want, and if you're good at it, somebody somewhere will recognize you, the special, unique individual that each of you is. Nobody possesses you other than yourself, so don't be bound by what the others tell you. Be free. I myself have lived to this creed. I did not want to become a doctor or lawyer, as my parents told me over and over again. Instead, I want to become a movie director, an author, or video game creator. My possibilities, as with yours, are endless. Don't waste those possibilities. What if your dream, however big or small it is, just seems so far away though? What if it's a dream that will remain, just as a dream? I mean, what if it's a stupid dream? Will you feel too afraid to do anything, too weak to chase after it, too mortified to believe it? But here, listen. Do you know this man named Stephen Colbert? Yeah, that guy. The one that calls himself the second most popular fake newsman in the United States. You may not know this, but he pursued a theater major. He said that he wanted to become Hamlet and perform the acts on the side of the street for homeless people. But look what he has become now. He comes on the TV and millions of people know him by name. Not to mention that he's funny as heck. This is what this man said about such dreams. Thankfully, dreams can change. If we'd all stuck with our first dream, the world would be overrun with cowboys and princesses. So whatever your dream is right now, if you don't achieve it, you haven't failed, and you're not some loser. So it's fine to follow your hearts. Dream on. It does not hurt to have that child's urge to dream. What will we become if we don't dream? So let me emphasize this again before we go to our separate ways. After tonight, the world is yours. Thank you, and let's have a great evening. Tonight will be the night to remember.